Okay, hello ladies and gentlemen, this is the Canadian Greek coming at you with ISON update number 15. Since perihelion is over, the 14 series, 14A, B, and C are finished. Perihelion event is over. A lot of questions have been raised from my last video, which was pretty much to be expected. But if you guys know me, anybody that's been following my channel for some time knows that I don't put out garbage information. I'm a hardcore researcher. I research before I put out a video. And I definitely know what I'm talking about. Okay, now let's have a look at some things. A lot of people are doubting that what I'm showing them basically is, or at least my opinion, that what we've been shown from NASA yesterday during their whole campaign. I say that they've been showing us a freeze frame or the same frame over and over, and it did not progress naturally. Okay, that was not those were not progressive images over a course of 1 hour's period of time. How do I know that? Okay, well, it says, let's read what we say here. Read what I say here. Okay. Well, here is what I do know. Okay, I'm talking to Edric here because apparently Edric thinks I'm an idiot. Okay, the average CME moves at 1,000 kilometers per second. Okay, that's 60,000 kilometers per minute, for a grand total of 3,600,000 kilometers per hour. Okay, that's 3,600 kilometers per hour. Okay, if we go to Helio Viewer here, we will see where ISON is currently, or at least the latest pictures of it. I'm taking 1 hour steps here. Okay, I'm stepping the images forward by 1 hour. I can do that by 12 hours. I can do that by 5 minutes. I can do that by 1 minute. Okay, but I'm taking 1 hour steps here. Let's have a look at what the differences are for 1 hour, according to what I just finished reading to you. Okay, about the speed of CMEs. Okay, because he asked, you know, how do I know? Well, here's how I know. This is basically what a CME moves at. That's 1 hour. That is 1 hour's time. Okay, let's step forward 1 more hour. See the forks coming out here? See the movement and all around the disk? Let's move around 1 more hour. Bam. Look at the distance traveled. Look at this fork. Look at everything. Look at all the lines, how they change. Okay, everything changes within an hour. Now, mind you, if there's not a powerful CME like this one here, the changes will be minute, but within the course of an hour, you shouldn't have this happening. Let's watch this. You guys remember this video? This is 14C. Let's see what it says.
Even these arcs, everything is the same. If you put it on play, nothing is moving. It's the same picture over and over again. Look at that, nothing. Not even.
Look at the ejections up here. There's actual ejections taking place. Okay, that are not moving, guys. There's absolutely no motion here. This is definitely the same frame repeated and repeated. Okay, there's no doubt in my mind that even the sun, even in the disk itself, there's no movement at all whatsoever in any way, even the slightest. During the entire hour that they were recording, there should be some movement. Okay. Now, I'm not expecting everything to be moving wild. I'm not expecting everything to be moving wildly. I know it doesn't work that way. Okay, but there are some ejections that are going off, things that are happening, and there's absolutely zero movement.
A little bit. Not even a little bit.
In 1 hour's
no
time.
Movement. Zippity-doo-dah.
Nothing.
Look at these strings. Nothing. Nothing is moving.
Now, if people want to mainline the Kool-Aid, you know, and if they want to believe the establishment's official position, whatever that may be, that's great, you know. But please don't come to my channel, start calling me stupid. You're just going to get yourself banned. I've banned several people so far. Okay, I won't suffer fools. I don't have time for that kind of crap. Okay. Let's move along. Let's have a look at Bruce Gary's site for a second. By the way, even these images here, guys, if anybody that's been following my channel knows anything about me, knows that I am, I don't trust NASA. I really don't. So even these images for me of Comet ISON, everything for me is suspect. So until the amateur astronomers come back online, they should be able to start viewing this. I checked this thing out on Stellarium, and apparently it'll be visible again to amateur astronomers by the 4th or 5th of December. Okay, when they will be able to start viewing, when amateur astronomers will be able to pick this up with their own telescopes, and astronomers like Bruce Gary will be able to continue with their observations and with their work. Thank you, Bruce Gary, for the work that you have done thus far. I appreciate everything you've done. I've only disagreed once with Bruce Gary on some of his work. If you guys don't know what I mean, just have a go through all my ISON updates and you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to go over that here today. During the current solar conjunction, when no ground-based observations are possible, I'll post here a spacecraft image of the comet. Okay. The animation was created from Soho LASCO C3. You guys already know that because that's where I'm getting my animations to, LASCO C3. Okay, the brightest star in the lower left here is Antares. Okay, of course that's ISON. A first mag star in the constellation of Scorpio. The faintest stars in this image have a VMAG of about 5. The white circle marks, of course, where the sun is behind the opaque disk that blocks it out, so there's no solar glare. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to see squat. Okay, that's basically all he's telling. He's telling us about SOHO and about LASCO C3, but we already know about that. This coronal mass ejection event, okay, the CME event here, is right here. And that is a powerful event. It's a nice CME. Thank God that's not coming. By the way, they even have ISON in here. Thank God that is not Earth facing. Okay, these are the kinds of things that I pray that we avoid with this event. As far as all this stuff goes, and people doubting what I said in my previous update, well, you guys may not like it. I don't like it either. The fact that they lied, it was an entire farce what they did yesterday. I think it was. I don't know what they think they are. I don't know what they think we are. They think we're dribbling idiots or stupid. I don't know. But people are watching closely. I am watching them closely, and I'm watching this comet closely. And by no means do I take this to be official. Okay. Now I also did download an image myself. Let's watch that in a larger scale. Okay, it's the same image that Bruce Gary has on his site, showing that ISON is, by the way, by the looks of where it is going, and this is, I'm just doing this by eye, by the way, that looks to be about from here to here about 60-70 degrees, which means that this thing is on its projected course high and above Earth. So I don't expect there to be any Earth contact. I don't expect it to be coming close to Earth. There were some projections that were made by astronomers, by the way. When they calculate a trajectory, it's not just one that they calculate, because there are several variables, and they're only human too. And they make, they calculate several trajectories, and basically, I guess they take the one that most of them agree on. And this one is the one that apparently that's come out. ISON's tail. Okay, let's watch that again. ISON's tail should start returning to the forward side of ISON. Okay, it should start coming out to the front now, out here, in another day or so. It is still moving. It's still moving very fast, and well, let's just put it this way: the tail of ISON should go forward again within another 3-4 days, as it clears the sun, and as it also slows down again. Okay, because right now it is really increases speed in order to get breakaway speed, etc., etc. Okay, now I think that's it for now. the CME that is launched here is definitely not facing Earth, thank God. It's going in totally the other direction. It just hit Mercury. That's us here, so that's good news. Stay tuned, guys. Myself, the real reporting on this comet and what it's doing and where it's going for me will begin when amateur astronomers like Bruce Gary can pick up again and keep us informed on their findings, which I trust a great deal, which I put a lot more faith in than anything that comes out from NASA and the official story. Okay, one more bit of news that I want to relate to you guys. There's been some meteors reported, meteor strikes falling into the sea here in Greece. This is my neck of the woods, guys. This is where I'm at. Meteor explodes over Greece. Panicked locals report of fragments falling into the sea. These kinds of events have also picked up in the last months. Just a heads up that we are going to be flying through ISON's inbound path around January the 15th. So let's just keep an eye on the sky. This is one of the second things that I was worried about. Not just the solar eruptions that ISON could cause, okay, which it did obviously. But if you guys go back to my previous ISON updates, you'll see what I'm talking about. But this is also something that has me somewhat concerned. These kind of events have been picking up over the last 6 months. They've been getting much worse and more frequent. Meteor outbursts. Okay, where are we here? Some more reports. Washington, Alberta, British Columbia. Okay, fireball reports. New Brunswick, Canada. All over the states. Okay, you've got to keep an eye on these things too, as well, guys. There's no way I can possibly predict any of these things, but we'll see how things progress as we get closer to January and by Christmas. Okay, anyways, I'll keep you guys updated. Stay tuned. For right now, that's all I have to say. This is the Canadian Greek. I'm out.